Have you ever noticed how our bodies whisper to us as we age, subtle messages that something is changing? For Maria Rodriguez, a vibrant 72-year-old who once ran marathons in her 50s, that whisper became impossible to ignore one spring morning. "I'd been feeling twinges in my knee for months," Maria recalls, looking out at the park where she once logged daily 5-mile runs. But that Wednesday, the pain was different, sharper, more insistent. I couldn't even make it halfway around the lake. Today we're exploring a journey many of us will face: how to adapt, not abandon our active lifestyles as our bodies change with age. Through Maria's story, you'll discover the 3 essential pillars for thriving in your senior years, approaches that are backed by science but rarely discussed together. Whether you're in your 70s like Maria, caring for an aging parent, or simply planning ahead for your own future, these insights might just transform how you think about aging well. TAI. Understanding the aging body. When Maria visited Dr. Chen, she was afraid she'd hear those dreaded words: stop exercising. Instead, she received something far more valuable: an education. Dr. Chen pulled up an image of knee cartilage on her computer, Maria explains. She showed me how joint cartilage naturally thins over time, like the treads on a well-traveled tire. It wasn't that I needed to stop moving. I just needed to move differently. What Maria learned reflects what geriatric specialists have been discovering for years. After age 70, our bodies undergo predictable changes. First, our musculoskeletal system transforms. Joints lose cushioning as cartilage thins. Bone density decreases, particularly in women after menopause, and muscle mass naturally declines about 3 to 8% per decade after age 30, accelerating after 60. Second, our metabolism shifts. We require fewer calories but more nutrients. Our digestive system becomes less efficient at absorbing certain vitamins and minerals. Even our sense of thirst diminishes, making dehydration a silent risk. Third, our immune function changes. The immune system becomes less efficient at fighting off new threats, which is why conditions that might have been minor inconveniences in our younger years can become serious health concerns. But here's what many don't realize: these changes call for adaptation, not surrender. As Dr. Chen told Maria, "Your body isn't broken, it's just speaking a different language now. Our job is to become fluent in that new language." 3. The first pillar: balanced movement. The first pillar of healthy aging is what Dr. Chen calls quality over quantity movement. For seniors, this means 3 key adaptations. First, technique matters more than ever. "When I was younger, I could get away with poor form," Maria admits. "Now, proper alignment makes all the difference." For walking, the most accessible exercise for most seniors, this means keeping your chest lifted and head up, allowing your arms to swing naturally at your sides, taking moderately sized steps that feel comfortable, wearing supportive footwear with good cushioning. The common mistake of walking with hands clasped behind the back can actually throw off your balance and strain your knees. Similarly, taking overly large strides can increase joint impact. Second, finding the right volume is crucial. The popular goal of 10,000 steps daily isn't based on science for seniors. Research from the University of Massachusetts found that health benefits peak at around 7,000 to 8,000 steps for adults over 60. Beyond that, the risk of injury may outweigh additional benefits. "I used to feel guilty if I didn't hit 10,000 steps, Maria shares. "Now I focus on quality movement, usually around 7,500 steps, and my knee pain has decreased dramatically." Third, transitions matter. Many seniors abruptly start and stop their walks, which can cause dizziness from blood pressure fluctuations and place sudden stress on joints. "I learned to spend 3 minutes gradually increasing my pace at the beginning of my walk," explains Maria. "And I never stop suddenly anymore. I always taper down with a few minutes of slower walking." This approach, the gradual warm-up and cool-down, has been shown to reduce injury risk by up to 40% in seniors to 4. The second pillar: nutritional shifts. The second pillar focuses on nutritional adaptations. As we age, our bodies have different needs, yet many seniors continue eating the same diet they've maintained for decades. I was still eating like I was training for marathons, Maria confesses. Lots of carbs for energy, but not enough protein to maintain muscle mass. Dr. Chen recommended several key shifts. First, increasing protein intake. After 70, our bodies become less efficient at processing protein, requiring more to maintain muscle mass. Aim for at least 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily, spread throughout the day rather than concentrated in one meal. I started incorporating more fish, eggs, and plant proteins like lentils and tofu, says Maria. I even keep Greek yogurt handy for a quick protein boost between meals. Second, prioritizing nutrient-dense foods. As metabolism slows, we need fewer calories but more vitamins and minerals. Dark leafy greens, colorful vegetables, berries, and whole grains become especially important. I think of my plate as a rainbow now, Maria explains. The more colors, the better, and I'm particularly careful about vitamin D and calcium since my bone density scan showed early osteopenia. Third, staying hydrated. The sensation of thirst diminishes with age, making dehydration common among seniors. Maria keeps a marked water bottle that reminds her to drink regularly throughout the day. I was surprised how much proper hydration improved my energy levels and even my joint comfort, she notes. It's such a simple change but made a remarkable difference. V. The third pillar, mental and social well-being. The third pillar, often overlooked but equally important, is mental and social well-being. Research has shown that isolation can be as damaging to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, yet many seniors find their social circles shrinking over time. When I could no longer run with my marathon group, I initially withdrew, Maria admits. Those were my people for over a decade. Suddenly I felt like I didn't belong anywhere. This experience is common, but Maria found a solution by building what she calls her wellness community. She connected with others who shared her interest in healthy aging, joining a Tai Chi class and a gardening club. These weren't just social activities, she explains. They were opportunities for different types of engagement that benefited my mind and body. Research supports this approach. Mental engagement comes in many forms. Cognitive activities like reading, puzzles, and learning new skills, social connections that provide emotional support and purpose, physical activities that connect mind and body like Tai Chi or dance creative expression through arts, music, or writing. I've actually found my life is richer now than before, Maria shares. I'm using my brain in ways I never did when running was my only focus. Dr. Chen points out that the brain-body connection becomes even more critical as we age. Activities that combine social interaction with mental and physical engagement, like a dance class, provide triple benefits. So in conclusion, 1 year after her painful wake-up call, Maria's life looks quite different, but not in the limiting way she initially feared. I thought adapting meant giving things up, she reflects. Instead, I've discovered new activities, new friends, and honestly a new appreciation for what my body can still do. Her morning walks are shorter but more mindful. Her diet is more colorful and nutrient-dense. Her social calendar is filled with activities that engage her mind and spirit. The knee pain that once felt like a sentence has become a teacher, Maria says with a smile. It taught me to listen to my body in a way I never had before. As we age, our bodies will continue to change, that's inevitable. But how we respond to those changes is entirely within our control. The 3 pillars we've explored today, balanced, movement, nutritional shifts, and mental well-being, provide a framework for adapting with wisdom rather than resisting with frustration. What part of your wellness routine might benefit from a thoughtful adaptation? How might you approach aging, not as a decline, but as a transition to a different kind of vitality? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. What adaptations have worked for you or your loved ones? Share your wisdom in the comments below, and remember, Aging isn't about doing less, it's about doing differently.